Okay. Good evening. I'm going to record this and I'm only doing it once. So if I fail, it will just have to be uploaded as such. I just want to talk about, haters versus the constructive criticism because I really appreciate people that give me insight, tell me what they potentially think I could do good at, um, what I need to sharpen up on. And the main thing with this YouTube is that I wanted to come here onto YouTube as myself, bringing in my full thought and being diplomatic at the same time. As I feel like I'm able to do that, it's certain things that I feel passionate about that are clearly going to move me more than others. That's with anybody, any human. And yes, I try to keep it as classy as possible. I don't like confrontation, okay? I don't like dissension. I say it all the time. But sometimes on this platform, you run into a hater or two and things go left. Even though I try to keep it calm and not snap out, eventually that's a possibility because I don't like to play games with people on any terms. I don't I don't like to talk negatively about people unless they force my hand. I mean, I've said it before. If you fuck up, I'm forced to. Period. But I've really met some real characters on here, and I find it to be dangerous, extremely disingenuous, and I don't have time for it because anyone will tell you there's a certain individual on this platform that I knew was going to be a problem 3 months before I even had a brief interaction with her. I could just feel it. I knew it. And at this point, it hasn't went any further, and I hope it doesn't. But I'm also not going to let just anyone talk to me any kind of way. I have patience when it comes to this. I have discipline. And I try to stick to that. But if you go too far, then yeah, it's going to be a problem. And it would be for anyone. So I want to briefly apologize ahead of time because I don't want to get into the YouTube back and forth. I don't want to do it at all. But unfortunately, if it happens, it happens. My expectation for this YouTube thing, I don't really have one. As long as I'm allowed to be me and YouTube lets me be me, then I'm good. I mean, I would love for people to take time out and give me constructive criticism if they think it's something that I'm better at or something I need to work on, or if I need a different angle, whatever it may be. I'm open to that. I appreciate that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that's something that helps people grow as content creators and to kind of gauge their audience to see what you like. So for me, feel free. I want to know what you're looking for. Please, if it's you like the personal aspect, which I'm going to share that regardless here and there. interviews, the politics, whatever it may be. You really, the intent is to gauge your audience and find out, what they like. Yes, of course I'm going to run with what I'm intrigued with first and put it out in the forefront. But it's nothing like hearing it from people that support you. And when it comes to that, that's the other thing. I don't like to hurt people. And I am so thankful for everybody that, has subscribed and been supportive, came in the chat room. It's not even the objective of people staying for a whole show, because I know that people have life. There's a million different content creators, and I would be lying if I said I'm always able to sit and watch everybody's stream that I deal with. I just can't. There's too much going on. And although I'd like to be there for the whole stream, it's not always possible. And that's okay. We have to accept that people got things to do. It is what it is. Our timelines don't always match up. And it's hard for me to pre-plan. Let's say I want to do an interview with somebody next Tuesday, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can set things like that up, but I don't want to end up disappointing somebody and life takes me in a different direction. If I may have to go into work, or if I'm busy doing something else, I just don't like that. But what I think I'm going to do is try to work it out to where I can, I pretty much can pick my own hours and go from there. Because I do want to be able to do the interviews. I enjoy it. I'm not saying I'm any professional, because I'm not. But I do I'm intrigued with it. And I've always been the person who could be sitting randomly on a park bench and somebody comes and sits down and, tells me their whole life story. And, I just so amazed. But it's not like I don't give glimpses in pieces either, because I do. I try to. Like I said, if I can be as genuine as possible without completely letting people in my quote-unquote house, I want to do it because I'm not hiding from anyone. So, with that being said, once again, you guys are great. You're amazing. I don't want to be anything other than fair. Again, and who I am. Just me. That's it. What you see is what you get. And I want to be the person behind the camera that's like, lights, camera, action, go. No. And I'm not going to sit up and act like this is easy, because it's not. Sometimes it's hard to get your feelings and emotions into a video. Then when you go to review it, you notice that you repeated something or you did something wrong, and then you have to go back and clip it and do this and do that, where I hate that. It takes up so much time for me. And maybe because I'm just learning the program, but it just doesn't work well. So I have to stick to my script. And that's all I can do. Therefore, if you would be so kind, please let me know. Let me know. If I'm doing something wrong, say it. If there's something I can do better, say it. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm just looking to grow myself. So, yeah, I want the feedback. And thanks again. thank you to everybody that's been super supportive, dropping links, the donations. I'm just extremely humbled, really, really. And when it comes to that, I want to make sure that I always address people when they donate to the show. And if I see a different name in the Cash App other than what I see as your screen name, I'm just going to say your screen name. And if you don't want your name said at all, just put it in the little note. That's all. Just put it in there and I won't say it. I know some people are funny about that. So if that's an issue, please just tell me when you send it. But at this point, I'm just looking for people, like-minded people, to come together and feel comfortable and be able to talk about things that aren't always going to be comfortable. But I don't also want to make it too uncomfortable, if that makes sense. But I'm going to wrap this up so I can upload it. I hope you guys have a great evening. I thought about doing a live, but I'm really, really tired today, so I don't think I'm going to get to it. But potentially tomorrow, who knows? I could get a second wind, but I just don't see that. I really don't. And thank you to everybody that was on the channel last night. There was a lot of fun. I know I really couldn't interact with the guests, and that drives me crazy because I cannot, focus on my conversation and interact with everybody. So I apologize because I do like to greet people and thank them for coming. But all right, I'm out of here. Peace, love, stay blessed.